am outside of the beautiful Another Place Hotel on the shores of Ullswater. In the summer, this is where I'm based and do all of my guided length of lake swims and various coaching courses and sessions. But this is also where I swim myself in the winter time. I thought it'd be a good idea just to give you some top tips on winter swimming. Now I've got changed for winter swimming all over the place. Back of cars, side of rivers, on top of mountains, you name it, I've got changed and gone for a swim in some very cold, icy water. But if you can find a shed or a building or a hotel where you can base yourself from to go swimming, it is ideal. It means that as soon as you finish your swim, you're out of the elements, out of the bad weather, and also you can leave your kit so it's all ready and prepared when you get out of the water. So it is a bit of a luxury, but if you can find somewhere to get changed in after your winter swims, then yeah, really worth it. Okay, here I am with my trusty waterproof backpack, which I use for putting in my winter swimming equipment. Now, what do you need for winter swimming? Well, the honest answer is nothing at all. You could turn up to the side of a lake, strip off naked and go for a swim. Simple as that. But I've been winter swimming for well over a decade, so there's a few things which I know that I need to make this swim a bit more enjoyable and really a bit safer as well. To run through the kit in my bag, I have a digital thermometer. Now this one has been calibrated, which means it is going to be correct. Now I take the temperature before each of my swims, and then I record the temperature, the date, the length of swim, and how my recovery was. Next, I've got bungee cords. I'll show you how to use these in a bit, but I always warm up before I go swimming in the winter, because really I tend to go from standing in the cold water to swimming straight away to try and keep warm. So I need to warm up before I get down to the water. Next, when I'm swimming in a lake, I always use a tow float. I'll blow this up in a minute. And that is so I can be seen by any of the boats on the water, but also my support team can see me when I'm in the water as well. So it's not just for yourself, it's for other people as well, so they can see you quite easily. But yeah, tow float really important when I'm swimming outdoors. And then of course my swim kit and a nice bright coloured hat. Okay, next I want to show you a few different options with regards to footwear. Now, myself personally, I don't like wearing anything on my feet when I'm swimming, but here's some options you can have. Some people like to wear neoprene socks. Just keep the feet a bit warmer so when they come out it's a bit more responsive. Other people, if you're walking on lots of stones and rocks as you're getting into the water, they like to wear something with a little bit of a sort of a rubber foot there, just to give you a bit more support. Some people really struggle getting in and out of the water if there are rocks on the bottom. But for me, I just walk down on my Crocs and then I get into the water. Now the good thing about Crocs, unlike flip-flops or wearing your trainers down to the water, is when your feet are cold, it's almost impossible to get flip-flops back on. Where Crocs, you can manage to slip your feet into them. Okay, next, neoprene gloves. Again, some people like to wear neoprene socks, neoprene gloves. Personally, I like to know just how cold I am. So I don't wear any sort of neoprene on me when I'm swimming. That way, if I am really cold, at least I know how my body is experiencing it. So yeah, so I tend not to wear anything, but some people struggle a lot and so they like to wear neoprene gloves and socks. Again, as well, some people wear neoprene hats. Now this is black. Obviously you want to get a nice bright coloured one or wear a bright hat over the top of that. But likewise, as per International Winter Swimming Association rules, when you're doing competitive events, it's just a standard swim hat is what you wear. But for a lot of people, if you're just going out for a nice recreational swim, then a neoprene hat may be a good idea. I have my dry robe, which I'm sure everyone knows about. These are the robes you wear. I'll put that on in a second when I'm about to go down. But yeah, nice dry robe, keep you toasty warm when you're going down to the water's edge. And then when I finish my swim, I've got some hot Ribena in the flask and some chocolate cake left over from New Year, which my daughter Caroline made. So I'm going to have some of that when I finish. Can't beat a bit of cake with winter swimming. Okay, I've just got changed, and lucky enough, here we have a changing room near the lake. And so I've got all my gear ready for when I come out. Now it's really important when you get out of the water, get changed as quickly as possible. So that means doing the really obvious things, like all my clothes is turned the right way around, and I have them laid out in the order that I'm going to get changed back in to them. So I've got my towel there. I'll grab my towel, dry myself off quickly, wet togs off. I've got a nice warm beanie hat, got my thermal, then my warm fleece top, and then I'll put on my pants, socks, shoes. So as I said, as soon as you get out of the water, it's a ticking clock. You've got to get changed as quickly as possible, no hanging around. So when you come out of your swim, first thing you want to do is go straight in and get yourself changed. Now, in this place, we are lucky that we do have some showers here, some nice warm showers to go into. But to be honest, I don't go into warm water when I first get out of a cold swim. I really like to get my clothes on first, get myself warm, and get a nice warm drink inside of me. And then maybe when I get home later on, I might jump in the shower if I'm still a bit cold. But yeah, just warming up, getting the body to warm itself up naturally, getting the core warm is ideal. These are the bungee cords that I mentioned. I've got a full video on my YouTube channel just showing you the different exercises you can do to warm up. But as I said, when I go into the cold water, I get in the water to my waist and then off I go and I start swimming. So I've got no chance to really warm up properly. So I do some exercises before I go down to the water's edge, just to get my shoulders and my body nicely warmed up before I go for that swim. Okay, I'm fully warmed up now. I've got my swimming togs on, swim hat, goggles, my Crocs. I've got my toe floats inflated, ready to go. And I got my thermometer, so I'll take the temperature before going in the water. Now, as I mentioned, I'm just wearing my swimming trunks. I don't wear a wetsuit when I swim in the winter. I mean, for me, that's what winter swimming is about. It's about going in the water, even just for a short swim. And when you come out, the sense of well-being is really amazing. You feel fantastic and invigorated once you've been in that cold water. But some people do wear wetsuits when they go winter swimming. Why not? You know, as long as you're getting in the water, that's the important thing. So let's head down to the water. And it's 6.3 degrees. So some top tips for winter swimming. If it's your first time in the water, then don't be a hero. Just go in for a short time and get used to the experience, and then slowly build up as you continue to swim throughout the winter. When you first go into the water, ideally you'll just go up to your waist, splash your face first of all, just get that used to the cold water, then put your head in the water and blow out. What happens to a lot of people is when they go in the cold water, the automatic response is to breathe in. That's that cold water shock. What you need to start to do is control your breathing and really get used to exhaling the air out. So put your face in the water and just blow out, then lift your face back up, and then you're ready to start swimming. A lot of people, when they first start swimming in the cold water, is they swim head-up breaststroke. Now this is actually the traditional way of winter swimming, especially from Finland. So it's a great idea just to get used to swimming in cold water. Start by doing head-up breaststroke and just get used to how your body feels in the water. So in the summer when I'm swimming in Ullswater, I head up the lake, I'll do a few miles, just doing linear swims. When it's really cold, I make sure that I stay close to the shoreline, and generally I swim back and forth about sort of 500 meters back and forth. So I'm always fairly close to where I want to get out. When you are winter swimming, you should really go in the water with somebody else. So you're looking out for each other, and really should have somebody on the shore side who's also looking out for you and making sure that when you get out, you get back and changed nice and quickly. So if you decided that you want to try winter swimming, then I really recommend that you try and find some local swimmers from your area. they can advise you on safe spots to swim in. You can often find those by going onto the Outdoor Swimming Society Facebook page or website, or just check out Facebook generally for local swimming groups. If you're in the Lake District, come and find me here at another place. Okay, so that's it for my top tips. What top tips do you have? Leave some comments down below and let other people know what sort of things you do when you're winter swimming. Okay, I'm off for a swim myself now. Be safe, don't forget your common sense, and enjoy your swimming.